Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, what's up? Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. So 4 months ago, I posted a nail tour video, which thousands of you have watched. I greatly appreciate it. And some of you wanted to see more of my nail art collection. So today, I thought it would be a cool idea to show you what I have nail art wise. So we're talking glitter, bling, foil, chromes, color acrylic, confetti, brushes, paints, all that stuff. I'm going to show you everything I have nail art wise. Sit back because it might take a while. Let's get started. Guys, don't forget that everything that you'll see here today that I'm going to be showing you, you can find on my website, KeishaNails.com. Underneath the tab, the Nail Tech Shop. I have everything listed for you, and underneath the nail art section, you can find most of the products that I have here in this room that I'll be discussing and showing you today. So go ahead, set the nail game up, check it out, KeishaNails.com. Okay, so let's get into it. First of all, I like to organize all my nail art in these cases. I do have these on the Nail Tech Shop if you visit my website. They've been super helpful because you know when you buy nail art, it usually comes in those little plastic things, and I find that when you have so much stuff, you end up having all these little pieces. So these things help me kind of label everything, organize it. I'm very OCD and anal how I keep stuff, and it has these little compartments, so when I need just one color of something, I can just take out a little bit. I'm not messing with the other colors, and everything doesn't mix and match, especially with the rhinestones. So let's get started. Let's start with the, I don't know what you want to call these. I use these to mainly put inside nails. So we have the little bunny that comes in, leaves, half moon, color confetti, some glitter, shells, butterflies, snowflake stars, circles, and hearts. So first in this case, you can get all of these individually. I have listed. If I'm missing anything and you guys need a link, please leave me a comment below that if you don't find it on my site. But all of this stuff is from Amazon that I have purchased. So we have these little confettis, which I really love. They add so much glare when you're doing inlay designs. I always use them kind of in the background of nail art or underneath if I'm doing stuff. So I have all the colors for that. These little leaves, I love to use these in the fall. They're super pretty. And they come in all these different colors. And then I have these guys in case I want like a moon. You never know, you're doing a moon and star design. I have some, yeah, these are the leaves. And then these little blue moons are the same shape. And then these, don't really use these but so much, but they came in the kit, so I use them. The little bunnies. Pink, purple, and blue little bunnies. So that is for that collection. And also too, I love that. You see if something falls out, it's still in this container. So I can clean these containers out at some other point if I really wanted to pick up stuff. It's still in an organized mess if anything does happen to that. Then I have some glitter and shells. Glitter I use here and there. I'll use these to mix in with when I do hard gel to do custom colors. You can see a video on how I do custom colors with my gel, my hard gel. These shells I fell in love with. These are listed on Amazon as well. They're so pretty. I love that they have like different hues of color. So it's just not just pink. You can match this with a turquoise or anything. They all have a nice iridescent color. Sometimes the pieces are big, so I will take a little tool and mash them up so I don't have these huge pieces, and I try to pick out the ones that have the iridescent colors. But in the set, you basically get all of these colors. I think this was all one set. When you see the link, you'll go to Amazon and you can see which ones that I got, but this was all came in one. And I just transferred them to these containers, and it has every color that you can think of. Some of them, I had to replace these. I do believe some of them came different. Like this peach one wasn't in the original, but they're super pretty. Then we have butterflies, snowflakes, and stars. I do use these a lot. Ladies love butterflies, I have to say. I've learned that. So these little butterflies are nice, especially like the silver ones. I use probably the most because it's just a neutral color. So I have all my butterflies. Oh, and these are pretty, the iridescent ones. I use these the most. These are really pretty. Then I have snowflakes, which I don't think I have this on the site. I wasn't a fan of these. I've seen people do things with snowflakes in the winter, but these were a little bit bigger. When you actually put them on the nail, just show you an example. When I actually put them on the nail, I found that it was too big. Like if I were to throw this right here, you can only really get one, maybe two, unless you're dead in the middle of the nail, and I didn't really like that. So I am on the hunt for something that's a little bit smaller than this, and it is hard to buy something like that without seeing it in person. So if you do have snowflakes, please let me know. Leave me a comment below where I can get, leave me a link so I can pick up some more snowflakes, because I have a few of these and they're really popular in the winter time. And then I have stars. So we have some stars. These are regular silver stars. These are open-ended stars, and then they actually give you the little cutouts as well. So you'll see the little open ends too. And honestly, guys, if they give it to you, use it. You can find a reason to use it. Just because you're using one doesn't mean you have to use the other. These are just the open ends, so you don't get the middle. The middle's cut out. And these are just regular pink. And then you have the different color ones. These are a little bit bigger. They look like this. And a lot of them are kind of different shapes. So you want to play around with what the client might want, depending on the nail size. So these are just the different shapes and sizes of the stars. And we have circles and hearts. I use the hearts here and there, not so much. I do like them. Again, a lot of stuff is seasonal. Come Valentine's Day, you know, everybody wants to be girly and lovey-dovey. So I find myself using the hearts a lot for Valentine's Day. I find myself using these circle ones when I do a lot of inlay designs. They just, especially these silver ones, they give a nice little pop when you're doing marble. If you just kind of put them in the background instead of using, let's say, foil, it's just like a different form, or you have like the different color iridescent ones, anything that can kind of help. I like to build on my nail art and not just kind of do one thing. I like to do different levels, especially in the encapsulated nail art. So these come in all different sizes. This is just glitter, but it's bigger glitter, and then these little small stars. So these are bigger. These are like small, medium, and then large size. And again, you see the mess underneath, but it's a organized mess. And I have all my iridescent confetti. So everything in this container is iridescent. I was using these containers before I moved on to the other containers, but these suck because these things come out. So when that happens, what do you think? Everything swishes to the other side. So I was like, this is not good, because if I'm moving them, like you can see some of these are in here, and I didn't really like that. So these have some smiley faces, triangles, hearts, teardrops, some more stars, bigger hearts, bigger dots. Real talk, I forgot I had this and I haven't used these, so I should get into it. I'll put this at the top so I don't remember. So I like these. Like I said, I love iridescent stuff because it gives such a nice pop when you're looking at the nail and it kind of twinkles and you catch a glimpse of it. These are rose gold for inlay designs again. These are a little bit thicker. They're more jewel style. Pieces like this, you have to be careful how you lay them down, because again, if it's on the nail and I go to lay it down, it might poke up, and then I might file it away. So you want to be careful. You need a little length to do these, and you have to be very careful with your nail art placement. Leave me a comment below if you want me to do a video on nail art placement, because I have realized with my students, you can't just place anything anywhere on the nail. It will mess up and it will get filed away. I'm sure that's happened to you. So leave me a comment if you want me to do a video on that, because I was thinking about that for you guys as well. Then we have regular gold with a little bit left over of the other style. So these are just solid gold. And we have teardrops and triangles, circles. I love these, especially these little balls. They're like half balls, and you can use these with rhinestones to kind of give it a little touch other than just having that one iridescent stone. These are like little flowers, half moons, teardrops, hearts, squares, all that good stuff is in here. We have some, I wrote random. So we have random stuff, foils, chromes, and dried flowers. So my dried flowers, I don't use these but so much. If you've ever worked with flowers, you know that sometimes they can be very annoying because they always have that bigger part in the middle. So they're very hard to encapsulate and they don't like to lay flat. So you need it to lay flat and then kind of encapsulate it without the nail being super big and bulky. So I find that these are a little bit bigger than I care for. I do use these a little bit more, the regular ones, but even so, that middle area is a little flat, so it ends up being hard to encapsulate. You just have to be very careful and limit yourself to filing. These I use like petal by petal, and I'll place them on the nail. These clear ones kind of get washed away, even with clear acrylic. So I haven't actually used, I think I used the purple ones one day. I did a milk nail and I used some of these flowers for that. They come in handy here and there. Then we have foil. Foil is probably my favorite nail art other than rhinestones. So I have all types of foil. I have regular gold. This set that I bought came one-sided silver and one-sided blue. And then regular silver and gold. Obviously, I use the most. I love this one. It's so nice when you have like a brownish color. It's like a nice orangey gold color. This one has like little, it's gold, but it has pieces of blue in it. This is just solid. It's gold and silver. I use, like I said, I use that the most, so I try to always have that. Again, gold and silver. This one is like a, is this black? This looks black to me. This one's black, and then gold on the opposite side. So however you pick it up, you can choose to show the gold, choose to show the black. It's up to you. This one is just solid purple. This one's that red with gold on the other side. Then we have red with silver on the other side. Green, gold with silver on the other side. More of the burnt orange and more of the little bit of the blue. And then these were randoms that I think it just didn't fit in the other boxes. But again, some hearts, circles, little seashells. And then I have some leftover glitter, I guess, from the other container. And then these other little pieces. They're like triangles. They have a nice cool look to them. Glitter is everywhere. I'm gonna regret this later. Second favorite thing, I have some Chiara Sky chromes. I have linked these in the past in other videos. You can take a look at some of my old videos in the description box. I've linked the certain chromes that I like. Some of them were new, so you saw that in the Memorial Day video when I ordered some of the new ones. I've since used them. Some of them I haven't, but the best chrome ever. You can see I have it on my nail, and this is old. This is about a week old. I've worked 2 weekends, and this is what they look like. But this is the best gold that you will ever come across. This is Chiara Sky 24 karat gold. So I love, love, love this gold. So I keep all the chrome because we know anybody's worked with chrome, it's a hot mess when you work with it. So I just took out all the little compartments and threw those to the side and just kept the case and said, let me keep all my chrome and the applicators together. So I like my bling. We got multicolored, iridescent, gold, regular, colored, all types of stones. So these were in the old case, multicolored ones. I haven't since read up on these, but this is where I kept them. I got a kit that had these little teardrop shaped ones. They were all iridescent, but some were blue, some were this. It might be in another one of these containers too. And these I saw were really pretty, but they're huge. And all my clients are deathly afraid of them and they won't let me put this on them. So they've just been hanging out. I'll use it on myself, but they're really, really ridiculous. But they're pretty if you put them on. So I keep that in here. Again, this is a little bit old. I don't really use this too much anymore. This was, again, my old container. And the problem became When I first bought this, I organized everything into little compartments. It's in size place order from the largest to the smallest over here. But as I'm working and picking up stones, it falls off my picker and drops into a different container, and then it became a mess. So these aren't trash. I just refuse to deal with it because I have a better system now. So these hang out. Like I said, I just have it from small to large, but this was the original rhinestone case. And I only use the rhinestones that I have linked on my website. These are the only rhinestones I use. I just keep reordering the same ones. They shine like crazy. They're amazing. They don't dull. Best. These are gold. I recently bought these. So I have large and then I have the small gold ones. So if you've bought these stones, you know that they come in all the same different shapes as the other ones, but these are just golds with a black background. I can say that if we look at my nail, some of them, like the gold did, I guess from being filed, the gold did come off some of them. So it is what it is. But like I said, I'm rough with my nails, so. And then I just have these organized. So usually I'll do it small and large. So these would be the largest, and then it trickles down to the smallest. And then I have space for some more stuff. And I have the one that I use the most, my regular iridescent stones. So again, we have all the bigger ones on this side. Then I have the regular circle ones, the small. Then we get to medium, small, and then the smallest over here. Some of these don't close all the way, but it's no big deal. Like I said, it's really cool when you want one thing, or especially when I'm filling these back up. I can just open this, dump it in. It's not pouring everywhere, and I can just pick what I want and not worry about. Nothing ever falls into another compartment, because when I'm using it, all I'm using is this one. I'll keep the rest closed. They're really good for that. So I find that I don't have that issue anymore of the stones mixing. Everything is the same. Maybe once in a blue if I'm working next to each other, one will go in here, but it doesn't happen like that with these containers. They're really awesome. So that's for my regular rhinestones. Then we have the colored small and colored large 3D stones. So the ones that I showed you before, yes, this is where they are at. So this kit came with, some of them are circle, some of them are like this diamond shape. And these were really pretty because they all have a different main color, but they all have that iridescent look. So like that one would be like a nice blue. This is a little iridescent. This is a light pink. Don't use them too much because I have a lot of stuff. So I always forget what I have until someone directly asks me for it. So these are really pretty for that. And then these were bigger stones that I have. Haven't used them in a while. I use most of them on myself. Like I said, my clientele, they're like so scared of stuff. I have to like trap them into doing adventurous things. But these are not flat back. So what I do with these is you lay them on the nail. They really poke up. But if you use the McCartan glue, which is on my website, it's awesome. And you kind of like have to, I'll do like 3 of them so that they're in the middle and then do like a bunch of stuff around it. So these come in different colors, the red, the white. Let me put that back where it belongs. The red, the white, the silver, this is pink. And it has all the basic colors that you can get. And they come in small, medium, and large. All of them, even the baby ones, none of them are flat back. So if that's something that you're interested in, then you would definitely like these. If you like big pop nail art, none of them are flat back, even the little small ones. Moving along. Up next, I have all the things that I use when I'm doing any type of hand painting. As you know, I love Young Nails Mission Control paints. They're really, they're just a mess. One thing I can say about these, and I just cleaned this up before this video. So I don't know what it is, but they tend to leak. No matter how I set them. I just changed the way that they were sitting upright. It doesn't matter. It still makes a mess. They do get very messy, but I love them because they are very pigmented It sets very nice. It's very easy to work in the pots. I said that maybe next time I order a batch, I'll pull all of this gel out and put them in a different container, and I'll see if that helps. So I'll run through these, and as I replace them, I'll see if that helps. They make a mess. But I do love these to paint with. So you get the one kit, minus the duplicate black and white, because that was the first one I bought, these 2 old ones, because I wanted to test it out. And when you buy the kit, you get all of these colors, which is basically every color that you can think of except purple. They don't have purple. So I love to use these to paint the Young Nails Mission Control. And again, I have linked these, any video that I have in a tutorial, you can check that out. And I have linked this below as well. Tiara Sky paints that I got in my Memorial Day sale. Not gonna lie to you, I've seen a lot of people post about these, and my review is that I don't really care for them. I honestly feel that I get more control in lines when I'm doing it with a brush. Like, they're nice if you were doing something basic, but the problem is that they can get a little thick. And sometimes, like, this is fine for this, but if I wanted to really kind of like do like a super thin stripe, like, I can get it thinner than this. And this is, the brush leaves you with just using this type of width. So I don't find myself using them as much as I really wanted to. I was kind of really disappointed. And when it comes to the black, like, my Mission Control paint better than these do. So, and then it started to bubble up when I cured, and which I didn't think I painted it on thick, but I guess as much as the brush holds, it made it like a little thick. It wasn't very thin. Like, if you see, it's not as dark as the other ones. Like, you see how light that gets? You see it, but it's very like light. So I was a little disappointed, not gonna lie to you. I honestly don't use these. I think I used the gold and the silver once or twice. So would not purchase again. So I keep all my brushes and utensils into this container. This container has everything that I need. So this all comes in a kit. Again, I have linked that on the website as well. So you get your liner brush, you get your fan brush, your stripers, your flat brush. You get all these brushes in one basic nail art kit from Amazon. Then I have these that I have bought. These are beetles. So you get 3 different brushes with them, different lengths and sizes. I do like them. However, I do like the McCart ones better. I don't know. I bought these as a backup because I felt that I was using my McCart ones so much. So I can't give my honest review. They're the same thing, to be really honest with you. It's just a different brand. This was another Beetles one that you get. So this is a McCart one. McCart does label it for you. I don't think Beetles does. No, they don't label it for you. So McCart labels it for you 1, 2, and 3. So you can kind of know without opening it which one is going to be a little bit longer than the other. And then McCart also has a larger one. This Beetles black brush and the McCart number 2. This is my brush. Do you see what it looks like? It's not even a brush, normal brush color. This is my go-to for drawing. Any line work I do, any drawing, any detail work, this is the brush I grab. So I love this brush, and any type of striping, or when you're doing the lines on the side. I guess, I don't know if you guys are familiar with nail art brushes. I don't know if we should talk about that in a future video, but when you're doing stripes and everything, you want to use a longer brush so you have more of a line going down the nail. You don't have to pick up your brush so much as if you were to use a shorter brush. So anytime I'm outlining the side of a nail or doing French or anything like that, I use the long striper brush from Beetles for that. So these are my 2 go-tos. And then I have all my Sharpies that I use for my Sharpie nail art. So this is a kit. Again, it was linked on Amazon. You get all these basic colors with it, which basically sums up, you have a little bit of the bright, the black, so on and so forth. I have this set that I use when I'm mixing gel colors. It's easy to kind of pick up the gel, and it gives you a nice way to kind of like play with the gel and mix in your colors when you're doing custom colors. Palette knife, that's what these are called. So I got a set of these. I don't use all of them. They come in different sizes and stuff. This is huge. So I'll use like the little one, the little palette knives for that. Then I have these brushes that I bought. If you saw the Memorial Day video, this came in the Young Nails Studio kit. I was so upset. They're so pretty. I bought the whole kit for these brushes and they suck. They just don't hold paint like the other ones do. Sometimes some things take some using for you to kind of work them in. But the way that the little bristles, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, the way that the little bristles are, they don't really kind of match up great. So it doesn't give you a fine point to paint, whereas the Macart brush does. So I wasn't really able to do a lot of detailed work with these brushes. So they kind of just sit and hang out. I don't really use them that often. Well, never, let's put it that way. I have my picker up tools. This is old. I got this from a job years and years ago. Don't make fun of me. But it still works. It does the job. This one I bought on Young Nails at some sale last year. But then like the tip started to come, like look at this. Look at this. I was disappointed. So I bought a new one because this is embarrassing. But then this became this and I don't use it. I do like that it has a dotter on the other side so I can use that. But I do use this and an orange wood stick to pick up my rhinestones mainly. This is just another dotter tool that I use. I'm a big fan of dotter tools. So I used to have one that was big. I must have lost it in the mix. This is a micro brush from Young Nails, micro detailer brush. You probably can't even see it. That's how micro it is. If you can even see a bristle, it's like 3 little hairs coming out of this thing. When I have very, very fine detail work that I need to use, I will use this brush for that. I have spare tweezers. You know, every time you buy rhinestones, you get tweezers. So I have a lot of tweezers from all these kits I buy. They always give you this little pencil thing. Leave me a comment below if you know what this is for. Someone told me before, but I forgot. But I just started collecting them and then I got tired of collecting them. So now I throw them out. I don't know what it's for. I don't want to throw it out until I find out what it's for. So they sit in the back along with the backup tweezers. So that's it for brushes and paints. So now I have foils, striping tape and such. So I have this kit that I bought from Amazon. It's just some colored foil paper. So I do use this from time to time. It has a bunch of different ones. The one thing I learned, I don't know if you guys struggle with this too, but when you take this out, it's like you can never get it back how they had it. It's the worst. So I'm scared to open it. It's like Jack in the Box. I have some foil paper in here. Then I have the other type of foil that has patterns on it, different designs. And oh, you see, I'm not even gonna do it. Oh God. You see, I just quit. I just quit trying to even roll them up. So I just throw them in here. So then I have the floral one, the gold one. This has some flowers, some other silver designs and symbols and stuff. Oh, it's starting. Okay. So this is the foil paper that I have. All right. And then I bought this on sale one day. This is from KeishaNails. It's the Louis Vuitton, the Chanel, Dior, all that stuff. And so I don't use this. You can tell. I have never used this. Real talk, guys. I don't know. Foil doesn't work for me. I could do a lot of things, but just trying to get this stuff to come off, even like on the whole nail, I'll never know. Don't ask me for a video for that because I can't explain it. Somebody link me to a video that shows you how to take these foils off, especially like this, like when you have the floral one, trying to get the whole nail. I have the foil, I have KeishaNails foil glue, I have regular Macart foil glue. It doesn't work for me. I don't really use foils. I do want to do a giveaway at one point, and I would probably give this away to someone because I have never used it. I bought it on sale and it's sitting here, and somebody that could put it to good use would use it. So in the future, I do have something special coming up where I'm going to do a giveaway for a lot of the nail art that I don't use and that I have never used. Then I have the striping tape. So this is just striping tape. You get this all in one set. This is all one kit. I did link that on the website as well. This comes in all these different colors. I mainly use gold, silver, black, and white. So I've learned I just keep the gold and silver in the front by itself because I use that the most. But these have all these different colors that you can think of. So these are really cool. I love adding a little bit of like just a stripe or a stripe down the nail with a nice simple nude. It does so much for the nail without having, I love nail art that doesn't take a lot of time, but gives the nail so much glare and effect. So then I have a bunch of decals. Let's see. So these decals I bought, these ones are kind of the wet decal. They're just a bunch of gold lines and pictures. So this has all different designs and styles. I used this one time on someone. It was okay. Again, maybe it's just me, but like the decal foil thing is just, I'm not a fan of it. It sucks because I want to be, but I don't like it. I use these in for Valentine's Day. I bought them specifically for Valentine's Day. So they're very heart, lipstick, be mine, kiss me. These were very cute to add to the nail without having to draw anything for Valentine's Day. So all of these are Valentine's Day specific, very lovey-dovey. These were cute. I did use these a lot. I think I bought this for Valentine's Day as well, which I did not even open, not even a single one. So these were all different stickers for Valentine's Day. The lips, the hearts, like I said, the be mine, the kiss me. You can just use these randomly as well, but I bought them to have something on deck for Valentine's Day. So these were really cute. And I have some stamps that I got from Young Nails in their, I think it was their Black Friday mystery box. So most people got these little stamps. They're cool. However, stamps do not work with gel polish. So I don't know, it's 2021. Please show me someone that still uses regular polish. So I was confused as to why they would even still be selling this and you can't use it with gel polish. And they're really cute. I was very upset. Like I wanted to do, they have the little background and this says like dope and like fresh and yo, like very like hip hop. I wanted to use one of these and do like a throwback retro nail art, but it just really didn't work. You're supposed to paint it on, scrape it off. You pick it up with the stamper and then transfer it onto the nail. I was asking and someone did inform me it does not work. So I wasn't crazy. And these I didn't even try to use. I didn't even take the thing off. So stamping doesn't really work for me. I have some caviar beads. I was playing around with this. I don't really like caviar beads. They're nice in the moment, but they don't last. 2 weeks later, they dull, they get ugly, they pick up, they get stuff inside. It's one of those things I like to call Instagram nails, where it looks so pretty for the picture like this, but let me see her 2 weeks later, and it's gonna look crazy. So I stopped really using them. I always give clients a disclaimer. I can do it, but just mind you, as you wash your hands, as you do stuff, it might cake up in it might lose its shine, you know, so on and so forth. So they tend to not want to do it after that. But I don't want anyone to call me and complain that their nails look crazy because I use these. So that's the only downfall, in my opinion, to the caviar beads. Here I have blooming gel from a cart. This was a kit. These come in handy. I did this for a tortoise nail. That was pretty cool. And all it does is just gives it like a little bit of a tint. So no matter what color you're doing, you can kind of create like a marble, like they bloom into each other when they're wet. So you see it has like that effect. Like it'll end up looking marbly because it'll scatter. So they're cool. I don't use them too much, but they are nice if you are looking to do something that's very simple, like they just have that look to them. So when it comes to some other random stuff that I have, I did buy these chromes. These were chromes that I bought before Kiara Sky came into my life. If you want, I can leave you a link. They are very pretty. They did the job. But like I said, I started using Kiara Sky. So I do have some random chromes and glitters that I got from Amazon before that I did use. So I do keep them to the side. Also, just a container that had, I bought some multicolored big and small stones. So it came in like a little bag, and once you ripped it, you can replace it. So I just keep those in here and I'll just pick from it as need be. Also, I have some gold and silver beads that I love to use. They do so much to a nail when you're doing any type of accent. I have it on this nail. You don't even really notice it. And my nails are like dirty. I shouldn't even be showing you. So I do use them here and there, especially the gold ones. It's just very tedious to work with, but the payoff is always really nice. Also, nail palette that I use for everything. I drop everything on here. I always use this. This is a really good tool to have if you are painting or working with any type of nail art. Sometimes I'll just divvy out my nail art on here, but I mainly use this palette to place paints. I'll put a ball down so I can put my liner brush into it and paint on the nail from there instead of digging deep into the polish bottle or the gel pot. So this comes in handy for that. And these little trays, which I think I have them linked on my website. I hope I do. I'm not sure. But I love these little trays. They are reusable depending on what you're doing. So these are the ones that I have used. They're not like new. This is like a new one. When I'm doing foil especially, I'll cut up some foil. I'll put the confetti pieces in here. I can put them in each corner. Nothing's mixing. And then kind of just keep this little palette tray to the side as I'm working on someone's nail, so I'm not digging in those containers that I have. I also use them to mix the gel color, then I'll throw it out obviously, and it's easy to just mix instead of here. This I was using to mix on here, but there's no end, so if I'm over here, it might just run off to the side. It's easier to just mix right up in here, and then when you're done, you can throw them out. But if I'm doing something like foil, like sometimes I'll just toss it and then just I can reuse these for something else. These are like a couple little extra things that I have on the side for my nail art, some utensils that I definitely use all the time. Okay, and I didn't feel like pulling all this down, I'm not gonna lie to you, but this is where I keep all of my glitter. So I have all my Kiara Sky glitter that I use from them. These are, like I said, actual glitters, so I do keep them in the containers. I don't need to put them into anything else. Then I have some of the glitter Valentino acrylics. So everything glitter related is in this area. So these are the glitter Valentino acrylics. That's what this row is. Then I had got some of these. Some of these are soft glitters. Some of these are bigger confetti pieces and mylar pieces that I had got from Young Nails. So that's all of that. And then I have the newer Young Nail ones that, again, you saw in my Memorial Day video. So I have those there. And that is it for my glitter, the actual glitter that I just kind of like store up on my top shelf. Over here on the top shelf is where I keep all these are all Valentino, everything that you can think of Valentino color I have. So these are the pale colors. These have a little shimmer. Then we go into the brights. Then a little bit of like the neon. They're all sorted by collection. It might have got mixed up by now. You know, they have that pop art collection, the Victoria collection, this collection. So these are all the color Valentino acrylics that I have. I have a couple more on the other shelf that more of a darker shade, but these are all the Valentino colored acrylics that I have, along with, I wouldn't call it nail art, but these are just the regular Valentinos that I have that are a little bit more pigmented, like the color that you see on my nails. This is Victoria's collection number 12. And then again, we saw this before, but this is all the regular Valentinos that I have. So, but these are the ones that I use for nail art, for my marbling, anything like that. I use this for that. Mia Secret White, I use this for my flowers. This is the best white acrylic, I guess, because they say it's for French and 3D art. This is the best one that I use when I'm doing 3D nail art. It's so pretty and works. It just works so well when you're doing 3D flowers. So I don't use any other white. I only use Mia Secret for 3D art. So that's it for the acrylic. Okay, so that's all I have nail art for you today. Don't forget, you can head on over to www.KeishaNails.com to pick up most of the items that we went over and I showed you today. Leave me a comment down below if there's any nail art that you are using currently that you see that I don't have. I'm always looking for new stuff trending in nail art. Let me know, leave me a comment below. Let me know any other videos you want to see, and I'll see you next time. Bye.